Hello and welcome to this WPTV News Update. I'm Chelsea Zimmer.
And I'm Lauren Vandenberg. It's 66 degrees outside right now. We'll have a complete forecast later in the program, but we begin with our top local story.
Police are investigating the murder of a 25-year-old man outside a deli in Jersey City. It happened on Saturday. Police say the victim was standing in front of the deli when someone drove up in a car and shot him. The killer is still at large.
This morning in West Orange, a federal air marshal accidentally shot himself in the leg. It happened inside a federal building. It's not clear why it happened, but the marshal was not seriously hurt and no one else was injured. So far, no charges have been filed.
Hurricane Sandy is still terrorizing Jersey residents. Victims of flooding from the storm are filing lawsuits claiming they have been unfairly compensated for losses. There are so many cases that the federal district court created a separate committee for them.
Wayne was one of the New Jersey towns taking part in a March of Dimes charity walk over the weekend. Around 1,000 people attended the event. The Passaic County March of Dimes chapter raised $150,000 at the event. The March of Dimes raises money to help babies born prematurely.
Coming up, we'll take a look at some national and international news.
Don't touch that remote.
Welcome back to this WPTV News Update. I'm Chelsea Zimmer.
And I'm Lauren Vandenberg. Time now for our top national and international stories.
An NBA team owner is in hot water after allegedly making racist comments during an argument with his girlfriend. Azadeh Ansari has the details.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
These controversial statements released by TMZ Sports are being attributed to Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling. The NBA mogul is under fire after a recording of an argument allegedly between him and his girlfriend, V. Stiviano, surfaced Friday.
The audio recording posted by TMZ is truly offensive and disturbing. And we intend to get to the bottom of it as quickly as possible.
During his alleged rant, Sterling addressed this photo Stiviano took with Magic Johnson, provided to CNN by TMZ Sports.
You could do anything, but don't put them on this event for the world has to see, so they have to call me. And don't bring them into my games, okay?
Johnson responded on ESPN Sunday morning.
So I had a friendship with him. So for him to then make these comments or alleged comments about myself as well as other African Americans and minorities, there's no place in our society for it.
Magic Johnson isn't the only person to speak up.
For comments like that, it taints our game, and we can't have that.
When ignorant folks want to advertise their ignorance, you don't really have to do anything, you just let them talk.
One person who hasn't weighed in, Donald Sterling. He has yet to offer a public comment on the situation. I'm Azadeh Ansari reporting.
Severe storms killed at least 18 people in Arkansas and Oklahoma as tornadoes devastated several areas. Andrew Spencer reports officials are still assessing the extent of widespread damage.
Some of the worst damage came north of Little Rock, Arkansas, in the towns of Mayflower, which you see here, and nearby Valonia.
Our downtown area seems like it's completely level. There's a few buildings partially standing, but the amount of damage is tremendous. Utilities, there's gas lines spewing, of course power lines down, houses are just a pile of brick.
The damage in Valonia comes almost 3 years to the day that another storm followed a similar path through the town of fewer than 4,000 people. On Sunday, the National Weather Service reported a tornado crossing I-40 in Arkansas, reportedly as much as a half-mile wide. Authorities shut down the interstate in Mayflower as search and rescue teams looked for people trapped inside vehicles, and emergency crews tended to overturned and crushed cars, trucks, and tractor-trailers. Witnesses also reported seeing a tornado in Quapaw, Oklahoma. At least one person there was killed. The storms also heavily damaged parts of Cherokee County, Kansas, just across the state line from Joplin, Missouri.
All at once, we heard the sirens going off, and everybody was told to get to the bathroom, and we did, and we heard just stuff cracking and breaking and everything.
Emergency management said as many as 70 homes and 20 businesses in Cherokee County had been destroyed. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
A historic event before hundreds of thousands of pilgrims in St. Peter's Square. Sunday, Pope Francis canonized two former pontiffs, John the 23rd and John Paul II. CNN's Ben Weeman was there.
They came early and in the hundreds of thousands, some from far, far away, to witness the canonization of two giants of the Catholic Church, Pope John the 23rd, who oversaw the reforms begun at the Second Vatican Council, who made huge strides to close the gap between Jews and Catholics, and Pope John Paul II, the globe-trotting Polish pontiff credited with helping bring down communism in Europe. Unlike John, who died 51 years ago, many here still have vivid memories of John Paul.
He's just everything we always wanted, you know, he's always smiling, even when he was in pain. Just like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just overwhelmed.
He was a strong voice against communism, so I think without his help and his support, we wouldn't be able to fight back.
Sunday was a day for contemplation, the mood more somber than celebratory, with some lost in deep prayer.
This is indeed a unique moment in the history of the Catholic Church. It's the first ever double canonization, and it's the first time a canonization has been overseen by two living popes, Pope Francis and Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI.
Francis himself went about his duties in a low-key manner, aware perhaps that on this day his predecessors should be center stage. Though some in the square suggest Francis may someday be on the fast track to sainthood.
If he continues to be popular with the people, if he continues to present the gospel to people in such a warm way and a way that resonates so widely, then I'm sure that maybe in the fullness of time he may be declared a saint.
But tomorrow's saints will have to wait. The focus and the fervor is on the saints of today. Ben Wiedemann, CNN, St. Peter's Square.
An unusual archaeological dig at a landfill, an amazing water slide, and a newly discovered species. Polo Sandoval has it all in a take a look at this.
Take a look at this archaeological dig in New Mexico. Crews are digging in this landfill looking for relics from the golden age of video games. Atari reportedly dumped at least 1 million cartridges of the game E.T., which many consider to be the worst video game ever. Spectators watched as an urban legend became reality. The dig was sponsored by Microsoft as part of a documentary. And take a look at this amazing water slide in Missouri. It's called the Verrückt, and it stands 168 feet high. That's the tallest in the world, as verified by the Guinness World Book of Records. But it takes just 11 seconds to slide down it. That's because you're going 60 miles an hour. The Verrückt opens to the public on May 24th. Scientists believe they've discovered a new species in a Colorado cave. A researcher was digging around some caves in the town of Eagle, that's just west of Denver, when he came upon the albino millipede. The millipede, which doesn't have an official name yet, is less than 1 centimeter long. For Take a Look at This, I'm Polo Sandoval.
And finally, a look at the weather. It's 66 degrees and sunny outside right now, with a low of 48 tonight. But get those umbrellas ready, as you can expect showers on Tuesday with a high of 50 and a low of 44. The rain continues all day Wednesday, with temperatures lingering around 48. Possible scattered showers on Thursday, with temps spiking to 75 and dipping to 48 later on. Things start looking up for the weekend when the sun starts to peek out on Friday, with a high of 66 and a low of 46. And that's it for this WPTV News Update. I'm Chelsea Zimmer.
And I'm Lauren Vandenberg. Thanks for watching.